up? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm so excited because I'm teaming up with my friend Mindy over at See Mindy Mom, and we're both bringing you a full day of meals for $5 or less. After you're done watching this video, make sure to click the link down below and go watch Mindy's video. Plus, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She does a ton of extreme budget meal challenge videos. She just does it all. She really does. She's not just my social media friend, she's also my real life friend, and I was just so excited when we decided to team up and share with you kind of our own gist on a $5 or less full day of meals. I went a completely different direction than she did, and I think you're gonna get a lot of really good recipe ideas. What I did for myself is I actually went to Winco Foods and shopped in the bulk section. Now, I've shopped in the bulk section before, but never for a complete video or a complete meal plan. And yes, I know the bulk section, I can't get any fresh fruits or vegetables, so I did go over to the produce as well. But that was my two rules for this challenge: produce and bulk section only, and of course less than $5. Both Mindy and I decided as well that we would use any condiments or seasonings or flours that we had in our house, because those are pantry staples for us. I feel like that's how most people cook, and this is not a video to share with you how little you can spend to get by. Our hope is that anyone who is looking for meal ideas, who is going through food insecurity right now, will click on one of our videos and realize that we want to help. So if you are someone who is struggling with food insecurity, please call 211 if you're in the US. If you're outside of the US, leave a comment down below asking for help. I actually have 22 different countries that watch my channel, and my hope is one of my subscribers will see your comment and reach out to you and let you know how they can be of a resource for you. So let's jump into my grocery haul and then into my 3 recipes, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for today. Okay, here is my tiny little $3.46 haul. And like I said, I decided to go with the bulk section before anyone comes at me because of the plastic bags. I don't know if this is happening where you're happening, but here in Nevada, there's this thing called the pandemic. Sarcasm. And we cannot use our own bags or jars or anything in the bulk section. So you have to use what they have, which I think is how it should be all the time. It's super sanitary. Sorry if you disagree, but I don't know who the other people are that are shopping there, so I don't know where their containers come from. So with that being said, I'm okay with the fact that it's plastic. Plus, I have this little guy that lives with me rent-free. His name is Levi. He's my 15-year-old Chihuahua. And these are the perfect waste bags. So reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm okay with having these bags for sanitary reasons and for the simple fact that I don't have to buy waste bags for my little Levi. So let me go through my haul. I know that food is really inexpensive where I live, but just remember, you don't know the full picture. You don't know that car insurance and car registration is probably the most expensive in the entire world, but I digress. Okay, so I feel like I did pretty good. If you can kind of overview my haul really quick, I did get some fruits and veggies and some good starches, proteins. For starters, these sweet peppers I've talked about a few times recently because I keep buying them over and over. They're like my favorite summer vegetable. Well, one of my favorites, 99 cents a bag. I got 1 tomato, another favorite of mine. I mean, I bought all my favorites. I mean, I'm eating it. So 1 cucumber. I think this was 28 cents. These were like, I think 79 cents a pound. Bananas, always super inexpensive, always budget friendly. If you can't eat bananas, get sweet potatoes or pumpkin. Canned pumpkin's a really good idea, or some kind of squash, but you can always substitute that sweet starchiness that I'm going to use for the recipe today. I got some red beans. Honestly, the bulk section is a really good price if nothing else in the store is on sale. So I always keep that in mind. I think those are 80 cents a pound, but on a normal day, I think beans are like 89 cents a pound in a package, so if they're not on sale. Pasta, 74 cents I think a pound, and then typically in a bag at Winco, it's 87 cents a pound, so again, just differs, you know, between if it's on sale or not. Quick oats, 68 cents a pound. I think that's a fabulous deal. This is jasmine rice. Oh, it was cheaper than regular rice. I was ecstatic. I love jasmine rice. These are like little salted soybeans. I was ecstatic to see that the nut section was like you could weigh it out yourself, because the dried fruit section you cannot. It's only by the half or the full pound. So I got those, and then I got these little pumpkin seeds, and I can't remember what these are actually called. The name escapes me, but y'all know what I mean, and you can leave a comment below and let me know what they are. But happy to see like the bulk nuts had a huge variety. I can't do a lot of nuts because of allergies. I can't do cashews, macadamia nuts, peanuts, pecans. The list is getting longer and longer, but so far I can handle those, and I was really excited to see those. And sunflower seeds, I'm gonna come up with a recipe for those soon. If you're wondering why I have white starches and quick oats minus like whole grains and steel cut oats, is because my tummy does not handle the whole grains very well. I do better with like the white, more processed starches, so that's what I eat. But flip out for whatever is convenient for you, or what works for you, or what you feel is best for you. This is what's best for me. So I do have quite a few proteins in here, because obviously these all have some protein. This has protein, some veggies, some healthy fats, some good starches. So I feel good about this haul. I feel like I did really well for an entire day's worth of food. Let's get cooking. I would measure out what I had really quickly when it came to oats and these little pumpkin seeds. So it looks like I have about 1.75 cups of quick oats, and then my banana and my seeds. That's gonna be the bulk of my pancakes that I'm making. Now I am adding a few seasonings, like I said in the beginning of the video. Mindy and I decided that was fair game for this challenge. So I have some baking powder, cinnamon, baking soda. You could definitely add maple syrup, or you could add, I don't know, chocolate chips, whatever you have in your pantry. But I'm just gonna share with you a basic go-to pancake recipe for me. And this is a lot of oats. I don't know many people that eat as many oats as I typically do in the morning. Typically I do 2 cups of dry oats anytime I have oatmeal. So this is pretty much a standard meal for me. Like I said, this is my go-to pancake recipe, and I'm not even getting out my Vitamix for this. I just put it in my little tiny, like, single serving blender. I've had this thing for 11 years. And how do I know that? Well, I got it as a wedding gift. I really wanted it back in the day, and it has been with me for 11 years as of Saturday. So I just added about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, baking powder, about 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 8 ounces of water. I didn't even rinse it out after I pulsed it and made it into an oat flour. Added half of my banana, and it kind of makes like a banana milk. It's a great substitute if you don't have a nut milk on hand. And then I mix it all together, let it sit for a little while. I like the batter to sit for about 2 to 3 minutes because it gets nice and thick. If you don't want your pancakes to be as thick, you could add more liquid. I like them to be just really thick, like a cake batter. And then I just pop them on a hot skillet. I did put a little bit of avocado spray in my skillet because I had not made pancakes in this one before, but I definitely don't need it because the nonstick is phenomenal. But this made 6 large pancakes, and I ended up topping them with the other half of the banana, the pumpkin seeds, and then I also topped them with about 1.5 tablespoons of warm maple syrup. I figured if I was making myself pancakes at 4:30 in the morning after a run, I deserved a little bit of syrup because I had it on hand. If you don't have it, they would be fantastic without it. I eat pancakes all the time without maple syrup, but I had it on hand, and I thought, well, why not on a Monday morning at 4:30 a.m. If I'm up making myself pancakes after a run, I deserve a little bit of maple syrup. Okay, so for this meal, I am doing some lemon pepper, onion powder, and then I had some garlic cloves that are just kind of hanging out in my fridge in this little Tupperware. So I'm going to use those seasonings, something super simple. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know I am just a sea salt person. So this is actually a huge leap for me in the seasoning department, but that's what I'm putting in with this meal. Just like the oatmeal, I thought I'd share with you how much rice and beans I had. So almost about 3/4 of a cup, I would say, of rice, and I'm going to rinse that off. And then for the beans, I would say about 1/3 of a cup. If you can see in there, it's about 1/3 of a cup. So I'm pretty happy with that as a serving. Obviously rice cooks up to double the size, and that's like a good serving of beans. So I'm pretty happy with that as a serving. And then I'm also going to put in some peppers with this. And I'll show you how I'm going to cook it. I am going to cook it all together with the little seasonings. And it's going to be delicious. I have a starch, I have a protein, and I have a veggie. That is my complete meal right there. That's how I eat, being 100% plant-based. So this is a great meal for me. I am bound and determined to perfect the one pot dry beans and rice recipe, and I think I did it with an Instant Pot a couple weeks ago, and I'm bound and determined to do it with a stovetop. I don't know, it's just like one of my little life missions, and this one actually turned out really well. So I put my peppers and the garlic in a pot really quickly with some water. I don't cook with oil. If you cook with oil, you would put oil in with this step, but I just put some water in there and my seasonings and tender it up. Probably cook it for 2 to 4 minutes. I don't know. I cook by eyeballing things, as I'm sure most of you do as well. Then I add my rinsed beans and about 3 cups of water, and I let that boil for 30 to 45 minutes. It kind of is a long time, but I feel like for dry beans, that's perfect. If you don't want to use dry beans, you could obviously just use cooked, and then they would be even faster. And then once that boiled for 30 to 40 minutes, I then added in my rice, and I actually forgot the clip of me adding in my rice, and then brought it completely off the heat and then let the rice cook, and it was really delicious, and it made a huge portion. This meal, this is the only quote-unquote seasoning I'm going to use. I'm obsessed with this. It's always in my refrigerator. I'm a mustard person, so it is delicious. You can find it in any grocery store. It's just called something different, like at every single one. I do have a lot of East Coast friends that say they can't find it as good in the East Coast, but if you need help finding it, leave me a comment below. I'll try to help you find it, but it's usually like $1, and a little goes a long ways. It's so good. Then for the meal, so I was originally going to use these soy nuts as a snack, but I thought, you know what, I think it'll be really good in a pasta salad. So I'm obsessed with cold pasta salad. If you are new here, I live in Las Vegas, so it is hot, 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 and I thought I would just show you some measurements of what I got at the bulk bin just by guesstimating. So I got a cup of dry pasta, which is awesome. Like I said, I have a tomato, cucumber. I'm using the rest of my peppers, which I use half for the first recipe for lunch, and then I'm using the second half, and then I'm gonna put some of these crunchy soy nuts on the top. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then I'm gonna use some of the pasta water and then some of the sweet and hot mustard, probably a little bit of salt, and throw this together. And I just feel like this is gonna be the best dinner, because like I said, it's really hot here. It's been a really hot day, and I just am really craving a cold pasta salad, and this is gonna make a really large meal. The only thing that would have made this pasta salad better was a head of romaine lettuce, which I had in the fridge, but I did not put with this. But I am gonna make this again very, very soon and just kind of switch things up a little bit. But I once, a long time ago, had a pasta salad with romaine and croutons when we went out to eat. It was in Cincinnati, Ohio. I can remember the building, I can remember what it looked like, but I can't remember the name of the place. And it was so good. It was like a twist on Caesar salad, but with noodles, and this kind of reminded me of that. Side note, if you don't put a ton of salt on your veggies and let them sit in a bowl, oh, it's so good. It's like the perfect thing for pasta salad. But the little soy nuts reminded me of a crunchy crouton. If you're going to add those, I would definitely add those after this has sit in the fridge if you are going to let it sit to cool down. I did. I popped it in the fridge for about an hour and a half and then plated it up and then put the soy nuts on the top. That way they stay crunchy, but just the different textures. I just love this meal so much, but a chopped head of romaine would make it more salad-like and refreshing, and I just think that would be so delicious. So it'd be kind of a twist on a salad, and there's so many things you can do with this. And if you're not a fan of the crunchy element on top, then just leave it off and have a cold pasta salad, which is perfection for summer. Oh, this is just such a good dinner. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure to check out Mindy's video. Like I said, it's linked down in the description box below. And make sure you subscribe. Go over and tell her I sent you. She's just a wonderful person, and I think you're gonna get a lot out of her videos if you're not already subscribed to her, because I know a lot of you are, because I know a lot of you know that we are dear friends. If you happen to make any of the meals that I shared here today, or you plan to do your own $5 or less full day of meals, tag me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants. Show me your recipes. I can't wait to see them. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.